Good eye.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already...
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the meeting,
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to any...
What do you think?
Okay. They're all waiting for you. Sorry.
Everyone's here so early! But
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move.
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know, so you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment!
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. Good luck with everything.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hate them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble but the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden...
But if that's the case, what should we do?
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to make sure we're still on track. I would like to check on the state of some...
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
One with my blade.
Time to work.
By royal decree.
Can't run from death.
Go!
Spirit blade. Attack! Fourth, my blade.
Leave it up to me.
Counterattack.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Miss of death.
There you are, eavesdropper.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Let's move.
Steady as stone.
Get careless.
As a dutiful maid would.
Barrier. Look at me.
All in a day's once. Go! I see everything. Positions. Yeah. Here.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they?
I gave them some technical.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff?
What's that look on your face? Are you...
Paimon's a little scared, but...
That's an interesting Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia Traveler. I want you to record something. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction. Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction?
Yes,
Paimon is...
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have... Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything went without a hitch, and Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be...
But what was the point of doing...
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't...
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported after all that time.
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can
But what?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Reba.
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would...
Look, you already know that we're all on the same...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently...
Seems you really do understand.
Traveler, Paimon. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra.
Wait, how can we...
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the air... My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group.
That also sounds like some...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous...
Of course he does. He told me. There is no perfect plan. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some... I'm okay with the deaths of enemies, but no...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I could...
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard.
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of them.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory.
Well, now that you've put it there. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless, since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation. There should be no more
Okay, you...
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. first get into position like this, then move like that. Yep, that's it. Deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. With all my strength!
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations...
Ah, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you... But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Ahmar in Port Ormos.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing, aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Even if that guard doesn't know, they're superior.
We discussed this.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there should—
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been—
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function—
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must— Actually, considering the power of the Akasha—
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those— But things like that never happen.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will—
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha— Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could be decisive and principled. You were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure— But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out— Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or— So, in my opinion—
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by—
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped.
Paimon's so glad.
Next time, pay attention during—
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name—
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone—
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon's Eremites. And any questions about—
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to get ready.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture... They are our only leads for the case. If they die...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching...
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood.
Positions! Yeah! The Temple of Wisdom! Hey! This dance is for you! Here! Yeah! Positions!
Do your worst!
It's over.
Ah!
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in—
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs!
I'm afraid you'll regret—
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Ram on there? Sure.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went...
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to... If we need help, Tainari is the best. Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, down 7 drinks.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible. Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible.
Yeah. We sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gets...
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that... So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, the sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want? I was not sure
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go.
He's over there! Let's go say hi! Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but for now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at... Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell...
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this...
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of...
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia...
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking...
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be...
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level...
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate... Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly... Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to... It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the...
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation.
I can barely believe it myself, but if that's true...
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything to...
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you have...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest... Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me. Someone already...
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support...
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahama.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. On that note, aren't you...
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long.
I see. So you noticed something was up.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experience. I think this may be something he needs.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down the... Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? Just to be safe, let's chase him and see—
But we have no idea where he went!
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry.
What do you think? Anything catch your eye?
It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor— To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going—
That's right. Let's go to the—
All my strength! All eyes on me!
We shall prevail!
Positions! Yeah! 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 Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we—
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can—
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland.
Shh! Don't. The port is crawl.
Let's keep going and see.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a SNES 9 Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago, but...
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away.
Oh no! Are you...
Let's go!
Party's DI is not a place you Fatui can just...
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Party's D.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research. Much less, I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholar.
Then it seems our conversation has...
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not...
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yes, Minari! Beat him up! All my strength! Yeah!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Pay your dues.
This isn't good. Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands. This dance is for you. Here. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it. Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Parties DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be—
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey! Traveler! What—
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually... But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings.
Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking, and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species... Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never...
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Palantir? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Did you know that the sound of thunder is the prelude to new life? Soon, this land will be brimming with vitality. Commit it to memory! Huh. Yeah! Yeah! Positions! Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something.
Hey, didn't I
just in case. Let's... Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be...
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the...
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh...
The Academia's... God creation plan.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is... As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in party...
Don't say that.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left... Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the balladeer. Is that why they tried...
You said the balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past.
Have you noticed? The balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as... In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again. Hey!
You can just focus on your plan. My wound isn't going to get in the way.
Nilu, good timing. I have the If you took any longer, the Sumpter Beast...
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things. Jude said that some Sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that.
Trying to pull anything out of a Sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war. So they really do eat anything, huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, Sumpter Beasts sometimes eat not because the textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven. So even if a Sumpter Beast got snacky, it'd still...
You've tested this before?
But of course! How else could I be so trustworthy? I wouldn't dare experiment with such a...
True, it does sound like...
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some now...
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount! What do you think, Traveler? No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie? I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the... My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. Our Nilu here is an extraordinarily good listener. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories, and I the Mora. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize two things. One, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And two, that there's more to business.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's...
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment, they're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or... Nilu, why don't you take them?
Huh? No.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can... It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money at...
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell? Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials.
Wow, even we get a share?
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache.
There's still one more store. Are you all right holding on to that much stuff? Paimon, why don't you lend a hand? He must be tired. If Paimon were to refuse, would you then think less of Paimon than even a Sumpter Beast?
About time, Nilu. Farhad here was...
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what you're...
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin...
Yeah, please wait for our...
These two look familiar. Ah, weren't they at the subs...
Yeah, and they're coming...
Oh, the more folks, the merrier. I was actually...
Oh, yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Rick...
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more
Wow.
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh?
That is pretty...
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby?
I know. I watched you make it. Oh, right. Why don't you also try some on?
It fits perfectly. They're so pretty! Is there one that
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. I'm a porter by trade, so this...
That'd be great! Please and thank you. But we Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
You're so obvious that
Shut it. Fine. It's not like including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even...
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, strength and balance are both really important for a dancer. No, let Paimon. Paimon will... The Traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload. Paimon can't fly anymore! Are you okay, Paimon? Paimon's good to keep going! But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch. I see everything.
I should go buy something from Jude's after work. What should I buy?
Oh, that sure was a lot of stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad. Thank you, Sumter Man.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer. Of course. We're all like neighbors, so we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a bit. With this many freebies being thrown at you... I felt so guilty at first, like I always owed someone something. Later on, I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Afshin said. By taking the freebies, when you order the wrong item, or make too much of something, sometimes the best way to maximize the value... That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us... This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back and forth, so really, don't worry about it. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zub. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some other people. Nope. Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You two are our guests. So please, just relax and look forward to the celebration. Wow, the atmosphere here is so nice. Let's take a break and immerse ourselves in this warmth.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also...
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated.
Who is behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the Doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something... So, we've successfully removed the Doctor from the picture. Also,
Oh! Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experience.
All right. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremite, to avoid alerting the quarry, they will...
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team. As well...
It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that everything? Okay.
Huh? Wait, you mean...
Well...
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us...
Personally, I'd
I'll hate them. Ugh.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss.
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu! Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, but you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you? You mean, you also want to discuss something important?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumer. That's right. I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help...
Remember.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super...
Well said. A good night's rest.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently.
Huh?
Oh,
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we... Okay. So I guess that means it's... Yep! Good night, everyone! Everyone hold hands! Dad, let me learn to dance. Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Oh, Hatham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him. I see everything. Hey! I see everything.
Foolish Bahumana.
Your theory is just putting the cart before the horse.
Your perspective is just tunnel visioning.
theory is just putting the cart before the horse.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying!
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside.
So,
Don't forget, today is Nyagarbha Day. Arguably, the sages and core academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and leave all the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone. And the when the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes. That's just, if precedence holds, the
everyone should be in position. All that's left.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk?
Yes. Were you...
Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Scribe? Please, wait.
That's me. Is something the matter?
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that... And, also... Please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion?
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned...
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for... Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be...
Is that so? The sages search for you? A blonde... So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking...
It's nothing.
All right. Thank you for your contribution.
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know what...
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight...
Wow, so there are special ways to deal with smart people.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window.
Is this the Academia?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite...
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act now.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind...
You're...
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came...
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much.
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more... It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand that the foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What? Today is Nyagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite a bit. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless benefits, divine power, creating a god. Yes, if humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. Even Irminsul will be free for our nation of scholars. This is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali, care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that true? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves...
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the Academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray.
I'll hate them?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him.
I'll hate them? So you're still on the Academia? We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no error. As it is Nyagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the...
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, to put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will—
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose your ploy was to sacrifice the
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time.
Must I delineate your entire plan? First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Ribat. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have—
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've—
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite— If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great— Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save— Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person.
You'll see me as a traitor even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on—
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations. However, under the current circumstances, even that is—
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar—
So flight is Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhatham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will...
I can already see the pompous...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really...
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more... According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has... That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in... However...
No wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with... There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal! Whoa, it's Mora! Ooh, Mora! No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure! Here? No signal again! Is it getting jammed? Here? No signal again! Is it getting jammed? Huh? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please.
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept listening to my people. Kept looking for a way to say... so I can catch up. catch up to Greater Lord, but I'm stuck in the same. The sages are creating a god to replace me, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think to Archon. Should Archon... Have I been doing the right thing? Am I... How do I... It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of... You've known the answers to all these questions.
You're right, though. I won't...
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just, when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarba? Yep, so that...
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going.
All right, but if anything happens...
Don't worry. They've been through worse.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Yeah.